I don't know where your review starts and the summary ends. This person is bringing in, like, outside references. Like, Julie, just tell me why you liked the book. Hello there, my name is Mackenzie, welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for being here. Today, we are filming a part 2, right off the heels of that last video, featuring my completely normal glass of sparkling grape juice. I'm so glad you're here for this. Today, we are reacting to good reviews of books that I don't like necessarily very much at all. Alright? Alright. So, last video we were talking about books that I do very much enjoy. In fact, they are my favorites, and we looked at bad reviews of them, and it made me sad. So now we're gonna look at good reviews of these books, because I get to maybe poke fun at them. So the first book we are going to look at is Inamorata by Megan Chance. It has an average review of 3.49 stars. I gave it a 2-star. There was just too much incest for me. Just too much incest. So let's look at a 5-star review. Breathtakingly beautiful. This is when I wish they ranked things on a 100-point basis, not 5 barely discernible stars. This would get 95 points. If you equated this book to food, it would be a 7-course French feast with vintage wine served in a Venetian palace by a huge professional staff. All the diners would be of like mind, witty, humorous, and delightful, elegant, satisfying, beautiful, thrilling, and wonderful. Girl, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Are you recommending a cruise? Like, what? What do you mean? Bottom line, if you're a good person, have a close family relationship, love your spouse, ever gotten a creative urge, been inspired by something beautiful, you need to read this book now. Now, here's the thing. We're probably going to get a lot of close family relationship. That's not what was happening in this book at all. And it knew it. This was about incest. This was about a brother and a sister being together. That is not close family relationship. If you're a good person, I guess I'm not a good person. Feel the ambiance. Feel it. The fatal muse, she inspires artists to create sublime masterpieces but drains their life force in exchange. I mean, yeah. Inamorata is not going to be for everyone. If you're trying to decide whether you'll like it, ask yourself this. How do you feel about Anne Rice? Her older stuff, that is. This is similar mix of beautiful old cities, lonely immortals, transgressive sexuality. There it is. There it is. She's saying it right there. And lush, languid prose. If that's your kind of spell you like to fall under. Okay, where did Anne Rice write about incestuous relationships? Please let me know in the comments where I am missing the Anne Rice incestuous relationship. Man, some people on Goodreads go all in on their review. Sometimes they go in so hard that they are just re-summarizing, rewriting the back of the book. I don't know where your review starts and the summary ends. This person is bringing in, like, outside references. Like, Julie, Just tell me why you liked the book. Most impressive of all, she wrote a novel with supernatural theme that was not about vampires, werewolves, or fairies. And get this, it's not the first of a trilogy. Okay, I can definitely understand where we're really excited when fantasy novels are a standalone. That's perfectly fine. Don't get on people for the tropes that they like. Like, come on! That's the most impressive thing of it all, is that this book has nothing to do with werewolves, vampires, or fairies, so you're going to excuse everything else that's happening in it because it has a succubus instead? It's like an energy vampire, dog. I don't think that you're correct, but that's fine. Boring, didn't hold my attention. Girl, cheers. Let's move on. Alright, the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, that's the name of this book, has an average 3.89 rating on Goodreads. If this isn't hell, the devil is surely taking notes. What does that mean? Too little information and you're blind, too much and you're blinded. What are you talking about? You know, see, this is where I'm having an issue with Goodreads, is a lot of these people will, like, it's an essay or a research paper for their Goodreads review. Just tell me why you liked it. What did you like about it? Just tell me. Stop bringing in outside references. If you want to reference a quote from the book, that's fine, but... like, where does your summary end? Where does it end? I feel like some people's entire review is the summary. All right, Books with Emily Fox. 4.5. 4.5? 4.5. Wait, yes, I remember watching her video on this. She did like it. She liked how unique the premise was, a murder mystery where the main character gets to relive the same day 8 times. I don't know how unique that is because Groundhog's Day is a thing that people do a lot. They just kind of mixed it with some murder mystery, I guess. But I feel like Groundhog's Day in and of itself is a little mysterious because you have to figure out why you're doing that. It was also interesting to see how the different bodies' personalities affected the story, and there were twists I didn't see coming. Yeah, it was really interesting reading all of the fat shaming that was happening. That was great to read about. 4.5, so much fun. That was wild. Wow. Thanks, Haley. Mind blown emoji. I need urgent extra brain cell transplantation right now. Like, here's the thing. Some people will read The Starless Sea and be like, that was confusing. 2 stars. And some people will read the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle and say, whoa, that was so confusing, 5 stars. But in reality, Hardcastle is not confusing, and Starless Sea is a little bit confusing, and I don't know what the premise I'm trying to draw here is, but quite frankly, it's not for me, dog. Extraordinarily original? I'm kind of tired of the words original and unique being thrown around so willy-nilly. If it's original or unique to you, that is something else entirely. But Groundhog's Day exists! That's what we're referencing. The phenomena we're referencing is from a movie. We're referencing the movie, not even the phenomena of what's happening. We have dubbed the phenomena the movie name. How can you say it's unique? We're moving on. We are moving on. We are farmers. Dun, 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 dun. All right, the next book we are doing is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I actually kind of enjoyed this book all the way up until the end. Spoiler alert. I did not enjoy the letter the dad gave. I almost said Riley. That's not the main character's name. I did not enjoy the letter from the father that the main character read at the end, where the father was basically like, yeah, me and your wife Me and your mom just wanted to go bang real quick, so we hired a child knowing she wasn't supposed to be at our house and believed you, a 5-year-old, was capable of murdering her. And we covered it up. Like, that's not it for me, dog. That's not funny. That's not cool. That's ridiculous, in fact, and I hate it. And it's one of those moments where it's like, I don't know if I can get past the fact that this was so bad. You know, like there's reading about unlikable characters, and then there's that. And I'm not sure what that was. So we're gonna read some reviews. Unapologetic cover of Hill House until the very end. But in my opinion, not on the same level as that classic. Thank you, Larry. Paperback Dad. Noel Gallagher said that was so fun, really good twists, and a fun haunted house story. That's okay. Wow. Some people have turned Goodreads into their own personal blog. And that is a thing that is happening now. Emily from Books with Emily Fox, 3.75. That is an interesting distinction. Haunted House with a Gothic feel are one of my favorite guilty pleasures. This book had a strong start, and even though I did figure out who did it, it was still pretty good. Honestly, I didn't figure out who did it. It was kind of shocking for me, the who did it. I just really didn't enjoy the one bit in the spoiler that I said. The main female character was the biggest weakness. She didn't ring true to me, and I cringed multiple times. Not as good as The Last Time I Lied, but an enjoyable fall read. That's fun. Gabby from Gabby Reads. Is that her channel? I don't remember. I loved every second of this creepy, suspenseful story. It had the best Haunting of Hill House vibes that I've ever seen in a book. That's funny, because that's what Larry and Paperback Dreams said, is that it's Haunting of Hill House, but not good, and so therefore we'll get a poorer rating. And Gabby says, reminds me of Haunting of Hill House, higher rating. Possibly? I wonder if that says something about their personalities, like they already have a thing, and so they're okay and content with it never being remade. They want more uniqueness, as opposed to Gabby, who's okay with the nostalgia vibe. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people who are into Taylor Swift are into that nostalgia vibe, so that kind of fits. WT just happened. WT just happened! WTF just happened. I'm drinking too much grape juice. This is definitely Riley Sager's best book so far. It's not exactly fast-paced, but the content is just so gripping. I love the back and forth between the events. My only complaint would be that the ending reveal. I just wish for once the stories actually let it be paranormal reasoning. Girl, that's what I said. Come on, Marilyn. Hang on to your hat, your Ouija board, and stop thinking too much. And you'll be in for a spooky, twisty ride. I love that. Stop thinking too much. Creepy, maybe haunted house, unfolding the mystery of said house with splices of the book's main character's dad. You see, I go and I start to read a review and I'm like, cool, they're doing a review right away. But no, mainly it's a summary. And I'm like, okay, review for a sentence, summary for paragraphs. I don't understand the distinction. I love this. Matthew rated it a 4-star. This is another book I listened to with my wife during our couch time in the evenings. Go on, Matthew. That's adorable. Nothing like curling up with someone you love and listening to a creepy story, Matthew. That's so sweet. I've tried finishing other books and coming back to it 3 separate times, but sometimes it's just better to move on. All right, Holly. We'll see you later. The last book that I want to talk about today is Shadow of Night. This is part of the All Souls trilogy by Deborah Harkness. This is book 2, and honestly, so I love Discovery of Witches. I think I gave it a 5-star, and I gave Shadow of Night a 3-star because it just sucked. It was the worst. She changed everything, and then she introduced the worst character in the world, and then she made the main character stupid, and the love story lame. I hate that book. It has a 4.05 rating on Goodreads, and I hate it. We're gonna read a 1-star review, make me feel better for a second. Yes. Yes. I love seeing. So it's been funny. A lot of the essay type reviews have been of like gush reviews of 5-star, 4-star reviews, and a lot of the like lower star reviews aren't really that long. I love to see this 1-star review of Shadow of Night, and she's just going off about all the things that are horrible about it. I love it. Yes. Cannot believe this book has 4 stars. Have you read the same book I just suffered through? I don't even want to read the 3rd book. I'm so turned off by this long, confusing sequel. I mean, it wasn't confusing. It was very long, and I hated it. How about focusing on the story next time? Just because you can write 600 pages doesn't mean it all needs to be published. Girl, louder for the people in the back, please. All right, we'll get to the good reviews now. Okay, 5-star review, Wine Country, what do you have to say? This review is hard to write. How is it hard to write? Is it that hard to write because you wrote a freaking essay, dude? I'll read you the last paragraph because she wrote a dissertation for this review. Okay, All Souls trilogy filled an absence in my reading life, a desire for more knowledge, a need to understand the secrets in my blood that travels through my body, and a fear that I might be permanently changed by what I learn. I'm sorry. What? This is like the people who read Dan Brown's books and were like, oh my god, the world is so different, it's amazing, and I'm like, it's fake. It's fake. What do you mean? I don't know about this. Sometimes people gush and it's a little bit ridiculous. At least when I'm gushing, I'm just like, I just really love the characters and I was having so much fun. And some people are rating it as a 5-star review and saying like, I didn't love it. I have some issues with it. I don't understand the rating system then. I thought 5-star was supposed to be absolutely perfect if 1-star reviews are books that you're just confused about. I don't understand. Why can't you give me a better reason to love this book? Every so often a book comes along. Yes. Yes, it does. It's everything you imagine a great fiction to be. It evokes the tremendous joy of just being able to read, to immerse yourself in a book so fully, to jump into a journey where every sense in your body is heightened. And you know, I agree with you with the first book, but the second book, not so much, my friend. Not so much at all. Historical detail, slow pace, drags down sequel. Perfect. Perfect way to end this video. My light is about to die out from the sun, and I have had way too many glasses of grape juice. So it's time to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you in the next one. I don't know what it's gonna be because I just filmed a part 2 of a series. So I'll see you in the next one. I hope it's fun. Bye!